Before we start the workshop itself, I would just like to give you a few tips and basic information about the template and how it works. The template is hosted on Miro.com. So if you know Miro, if you use it, then I'm sure I don't have to explain anything. But if you don't worry. Miro has a free plan. You can create free digital whiteboards as the one you can see totally for free. And we are not affiliated with Miro, but in any way, it's just a very intuitive tool. As you can see, the menu on the left, a very intuitive tool that will not require any learning curve on your end. A few tips. I would recommend to conduct the workshop with a team of at least 3 to 5 people. Of course, if you don't have such a team, it's definitely better to conduct the workshop even by yourself than not conduct it at all. But the sweet spot is 3 to 5 people. Those 3 to 5 people should be representing knowledge and expertise, insight from marketing, sales, the product or service, also the company strategy, and someone who has some idea on the decision-making processes, or maybe has decision-making capabilities within your organization. So coming to the tips. This is a B2B buyer persona template, so it includes creating also an ideal customer profile. It differs a little bit from a B2C buyer persona template. I am not explaining how in this video, because this could be a much longer video in itself. But if you would like some insight, don't be afraid to contact me via email, blase.duke@brightinventions.com. Here's my email address. Feel free to reach out. A few tips. Some of the exercises will need a time constraint, so I prepared the timer for you. The only thing you have to do is, as you can see, the timer is over here. You can pick some music, calm flow, add minutes, delete minutes, just press play. At the end of the cycle, you will have a sound notification. Sticky notes and color coding. Color code your sticky notes like the one that I did over here. So pink with a red tag called Blaze, that's me. And over here you have the tags. You can create your own tag. Yeah, XXX create. I created it. So feel free to tag it so you know who has given what insight. Another element is voting. If you have too many options to choose from, and it might be like that, it's good to introduce voting to the equation. Again, also color coded. So if you will have, especially in the values section and then in the pains and gains section, it can prove quite useful, because there will be a lot of elements that you could focus on, but it's best to choose just a couple of them, just to keep the flow going. And again, and also to keep the flow going, you can introduce Elmo. That means enough, let's move on. And over here, make sure that everybody understands that this doesn't mean that what you're discussing at this given moment is not important. It's maybe not the best use of your time, and maybe it's good to come back to it on a different meeting or from a different perspective. Just drag Elmo and make sure that nobody will be offended by it. And the last piece of information, if you will create a board, you will be, let's call it the board admin. And if you would take the role as facilitator of the workshop, if you want to bring everybody to the same place of the board, because Miro is quite big and different people might be stuck on a different part of the board, not sure what you're discussing at the very moment. To gather everybody at the same spot is just click your icon and bring everyone to me, and automatically Miro will gather every user, every participant of this workshop on the same spot of the board as you. So yes, I suppose that covers the basics. As I said, any questions, feel free to contact me at this email address. And the next episode will be exploring the preparation phase. All right.